Hello guys, it's me Simo Orahara, and in this video we will talk about the most important things that appeared in this trailer of the third part. Honestly, there are a lot of things that we need to stop at, especially regarding some aspects of the story, and how the studio cleverly hid many events from us, some of which will remain hidden until they are revealed in the episodes. So guys, first of all, we cannot judge the quality of this core regarding the animation just on what we have seen in this trailer, either in a bad or good way. Remember, we have been through this in the previous parts, so keep your hype reasonable as much as possible and wait for the release of the episodes. We still have 4 months to wait. And also, I know that a lot of you are afraid of what's gonna happen now since Murata is the new director series. But let me say this guys, remember, it is better to have these worried feelings and that someone may not be good and then he shocked you by his good performance. So yeah, I have a feeling that this guy will change your opinion about him. Maybe he had a hand on what happened in the 4th episode of the first part, but now it's different. So all we have to do now is wait until we can watch the 3rd part. However, the trailer contained many powerful scenes, like the fight between Yuaba and Ichigo, which can be said to be the biggest event focused on in this trailer. So let's start guys by analyzing the trailer from the start, which began by showcasing Ichigo's team hidden to the Royal Palace, consisting of Ichigo, Ori, Mishad and also Ganjo. So Ichigo's journey brings back memories of the past, specifically when Ichigo went with his team with the same team members to the Soul Society to save Rokia from execution. But this time they are heading to the Royal Palace to face Yuaba and brings back Yuri. And here I ask the question guys, what will be the role of Ganjo and Shad in these events? If we want to talk about what happened in the Soul Society arc, Shad and Ganjo had their own battles. So is it possible that we will see new events for them in this arc as well? Or will their role be the same as in the manga? Apart of that, the following scenes were a showcase of Ichigo's most important scenes in the 1st and the 2nd part. Then scenes of all the Bankai released in the previous parts were shown, whether the old ones like Byakuya and Soifon's Bankai, or the new ones like Sasakebi's Bankai, Unohana's Bankai, and others that we have seen. Of course, this showcase was accompanied by the new opening song for this part. And again, honestly, I cannot judge the opening as I haven't heard the full version. But what I can say guys is that so far no opening has been able to match the openings of the 1st season. On the other hand, the 1st minute and 54 seconds can be considered the actual beginning of the new trailer, which started with Kyoraku's speech, then we saw him moving quickly towards the opponent, then this iconic scene of Kyoraku preparing to release the Bankai. We can say that this scene can be considered one of the strongest events that will happen in this part. And if the studio is only going to adapt 44 chapters, these scenes and Lily Barrow's full standing release can be considered the last to be adapted from the manga. That's why I think we might see these events in episode maybe 10 or 11, and then there will be 2 additional episodes for events that we haven't seen in the manga. Now guys, I want to talk about the rest of the trailer events in order as much as possible, although this is difficult due to the many overlapping scenes. For example, the events where the 2nd part ended were the fight between Yuaba and Ichibi, as well as the defeat of all the elite members with Yuryu and Hajvald by Shinjimaru. At the same time, Ichigo and the others, along with Yurichi, were heading to the Royal Palace to face Yuaba. And in the previous trailer we saw Ichigo and the others arriving at the Royal Palace and heading towards Yuaba. We also learned that Yuryu somehow got rid of the Bankai's ability, and then he entered into a direct confrontation with Shinjimaru. And in this new trailer, we saw new scenes of Yuryu trying to avoid Shinjimaru's attack with those scrolls that attacked him in the 1st time. So it is likely that Yuryu will have his own battle with Shinjimaru, where he will be the main force in defeating her and bringing back the elite members. On the other hand guys, concerning Yuaba and Ichibi, the studio didn't focus much on their battle in this trailer but rather showed this scene where Ichibi used one of his strongest abilities to defeat Yuaba after he activated the Almighty. Then we move to the other scenes of Ichigo fighting Yubaba, as well as Ichigo fighting Yuryu, as it is clear that what Ichigo was avoiding here were Yuryu's arrows. Then we back to the fight between Yubaba and Ichigo, which seems to have many additions not present in the manga. And actually, these scenes are among the scenes that I liked so much in this trailer. The scenes where Yubaba uses his hands in the fight, as if he is performing Auswerk, especially this specific frame of Yubaba. Absolutely amazing. That's why I think we will likely see a special episode where Ichigo fights Yubaba. Perhaps a first fight where Ichigo cuts the Soul King due to Yuaba's blood, then a second fight after that event, which will coincide with Okitake's activating Mimihage. Cour had previously promised several additions regarding Okitake Mimihage, so many events will have various additions both in the fight between Ichigo and Yubaba and in the events of Mimihage and Okitake. And speaking about Mimihage and Okitake, unlike the previous trailer, this time the studio didn't show any scenes of Aizen Sasuke. Although I find this scene where Kyorako screams is related to him. Those who have read the manga will know that. Other than this, guys, one of the new deeply and meaningful scenes is where Yubaba and his sons raise their swords in preparation to kill the Soul King. And honestly, I don't know where in the story this will happen, but I am sure that it will occur after Ichigo cuts the Soul King. As you can see here, the Soul King is in two halves. The scene of Yubaba raising his sword reminded me of what he did with Yamamoto when he wanted to kill him. I find the scenes somewhat similar. And we have also Mayuri's battle against Bernida. This battle will be before Kyorako's battle against Lilibaro, and can be considered one of the longest fights, not only in the Quincy arc but also in the entire story, lasting more than 7 chapters. That's why I really hope the studio can depict it in a good way. And lastly, guys, I want to talk about the poem Kubo wrote for this trailer. It's a unique one, as it combines the voices of both Yubaba and Haschwald, both reading the poem, which contains many meanings related to their personalities. We know that Yubaba likes to talk about hope and also likes to put despair into others' hearts. And Haschwald sees the world through balance, which is the basis for fighting his opponents and judging the others. So this poem can be interpreted in many ways, and personally it came to me as if Yubaba is talking to the young Haschwald, telling him what he needs to do. In conclusion, guys, this trailer is just the beginning. The studio, as I said, carefully hid several important events, such as the flashback of Kyorako and Haschwald, Aizen's appearance, and what I also consider important are the additions. Whether new Bankai or new fights, this trailer did not hint any of them. So guys, what do you think about this trailer? Give me your opinions, your impressions, and see you in my next video.